Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Hey, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, Father. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh my Lord. That's Davido, his son, Ifeanyi, who has sadly R.I.P. Oh my Lord. 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 Yeah, he passed away. Yes. Oh, what a Lord Jesus. Oh my Lord. And this is like he lost for the past consecutive years. He has lost someone that he's very close to. Now, his child. And when they can't get to you, spiritually, physically, they will try by all means to use people you are close to. So if it's not there's so many things someone can read to this thing. So many things. So many things. It's so sad. So sad. So sad. He passed away. Yes. So many things. It's really sad, guys. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. Ifeanyi Adeleke, 3-year-old son of the musician Davido and Chioma, who they call sometimes baby mama. This is someone that he met while he was at school, at uni, then she dropped out, and they've been on and off. Now wow. I will say it, I'll try my best, because no matter what, a child doesn't deserve this. Nobody deserves to lose a child. You know, there's so many ways you can see this has sadly died. The tragic death occurred on Monday, October. It happened in his daddy's swimming pool, Banana Island. He drowned. And he was rushed to Evercare Hospital in Lekki, where he was pronounced RIP on arrival. Hey, the couple had traveled for a family gathering in Ibadan yesterday and had left. Hey, Jesus, Sham. Hey, I hear me. Jesus. They left the child with a minder. Hey. And you guys remembered, was it last year or 2 years ago, when what's the other musician that sang Oliver, or forgotten his name? The same thing, the boy in the swimming pool. The boy in the swimming pool. He RIP'd in the swimming pool. And they couldn't explain, they couldn't explain how he got into the swimming pool, guys. They couldn't explain. But no, it is I'll just let you watch again. The boy is you know, and it says that the distraught and inconsolable Davido was removed from the hospital and taken to his father's house, where he remains his friends and family are still at the hospital. I'm just trying to, there's so many things you can, I think she's she's not the first to have a child for him, but she's the first to have a son for him. And the things I might say, baby mama here, baby mama there. And he has another son in England who he rarely sees. I haven't really been interested in the whole issue before this, but I saw it that they said the lady came out and said Davido, and firstly Davido didn't respond to her when she said she was pregnant for him. She was one of the dancers. She was one of the dancers, and most of these ladies, they know that these musicians, they would do anything just to be with them. They know, the men know, the women know, the men knows that the women, So let me just have a child with him. Let me just, what Davido didn't really take to the child. And when he came to England, when he went to see Tobi Adegboyega, the pastor, the business, hey, Jesus, the business, anyway, the leader of Spark Nation, he was even saying on camera that this is our wife. This is our wife. And people have said that anytime this guy wants to do something, he takes, Chioma is always there with him. And after, he would leave her by the side. He would leave her by the side. They're from polygamous home. There are many things someone can can say to this. So many things that people can say from a polygamous home, baby mama. But I don't know, but 2 years ago, was it this year, he lost, for the past 3 or 4 years, there was a year he lost like 3 people. Davido, he lost like 3 people. And if people can't get to you, they can get and try to be through your children or people you are very dear to. It's something that I'm sure they do regularly, leave the child with a minder. The other lady, the one that is related to Momodu, Dele Momodu's niece, came out and made some remarks a few weeks ago that he's back with Chioma. I was even made a video once that, let this girl be now. Let this girl be. And one thing I adore and respect about her, I've always said, is that she's very reserved. She's very, very family orientated, not like the other ladies. But she knew that he had already had 2 other children with 2 different women. So the same thing is, they know. And he loves her. she loves him, but you can see that she truly, truly loves him. So, I don't even know. But the boy passed away today. Defying kicking people. And it first started with people were not sure that it was a fake rumor, if it was real. They were not sure whether it was fake or real. You know, on YouTube. And yes, that's it. Well, it's been confirmed by, if I want to get my stories most of the time from especially Nigeria, I normally go to Linda Ikeji, so boys confirm that he's gone. But why is it when he's with her? I don't know. But why is it now? Why did he suddenly go back to Chioma? Why? Huh? Why? Talking from example, coming from a polygamous home, looking it through there. Every mother, every woman that has a child for a man, let me say precisely my father. When my father was there, they will look after, be so nice to me in Nigeria. When my father is not there, when my father traveled, to Kaduna, he was a military man. There was even a time one of them cut my hair just to, spite, just because I was just saying I love to cut my hair. I was joking. Then my dad was really, really mad. And you can see this thing that happened. You can see it in different ways. But polygamous home, I don't know. This is like the 5th person he has lost in like 3 years. One thing I stay away from. I had an auntie, we're not related, British Nigerian culture, aunties in London. Someone I'd known. Then suddenly, a senior sister died. Her best friend died. Quite a few people that died. I'm like, no. Just had to. When things like that happen to people, I sort of shift. I shift. Like I told you, they can't get to you. They will use your child. So it can be seen in different ways. But coming from a polygamous home, and he lost his mom. You guys remember that he also lost his mom from a very young age. From a very, very young age. And they said they've warned him. He's what I've heard about him, that he's a very generous guy. Very, very generous. But let me say this in Yoruba. Kashama Rora. Kama. I still somehow can't believe it has happened. With Chioma, so many people will be telling, so many people will be saying, I'm talking the aspect of Nigerian factor. Please, I'm not, please don't get me wrong. Either, even if she's not thinking so, people around her, like, maybe they're not happy with you. Maybe it's the other person. Maybe it's the second mother's baby. Maybe it's but yẹ kí wọ́n náà ó mọ nǹkan tó ń kẹ́sẹ̀ bọ̀ kó tó wọ̀. You knew. And but they've said it that anytime Davido wants to do something big, he's always with Chioma. And this their love recently, that he's with her everywhere. Ọlọ́run ló mọ̀. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ̀. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ̀. And it was while they were not around it happened. That one is till tomorrow. If you remember what happened to I am not nice. What's the guy that sang Oliver? Till tomorrow. We just heard he drowned in their swimming pool. I don't know. Nigeria, when a child dies, they feel that the parents should even be at the funeral or have anything to do with it. I don't know how to say you're a coma or something like that. But there's so many things that someone can read into what had just happened. But at the end of the day, someone's child is gone. How would the little siblings, the other sibling, and one thing about him, all his children, they look so much like him. They look so much like him. So much like him. And Ifeanyi being the first son, he has another son with a lady in England. She came out and wasn't happy that he's not taking care of his son. There's even another one when Kemi Oluloyo came out a few years ago and was saying that he knew Davido's mom, and Davido's mom had a problem with him, things like that. And people were telling him that he shouldn't be rude to Kemi Oluloyo. She was with a lady. She was pleading, saying to all Nigerians that it's his child, that if he really wants to know, he should go and do the any. But another thing, I'm talking about experience. I had an uncle in Nigeria. Let me tell you guys. And out of all his children, this my Auntie Dele. She was the one that looked so much like my uncle. The shape, the stature. But guess what? My uncle had her before he went to Germany, when he was schooling, and when he came back, he just, went to Germany, married an Oyibo woman, had Kayode Olu. He didn't want to have anything to do with Auntie Dele. So the family got involved. He got to an extent he didn't want to have anything to do with anybody in the family. Anybody. My granddad would go to his house in that time, Ikeja and GRA, Allen Avenue. He will, to the extent that he wouldn't let my grandfather come through the gates. He was so wealthy that his house was, those days, you had to phone. The gateman would phone him, intercom rather. He will not let my grandfather in, but he listened to my dad. So it was like they were not to lose that contact with him. And they were also saying that was when he married his wife, the other wife, Auntie Jumoke, that she changed him, because she also had three children for this my uncle. So he didn't want to have anything to do with Auntie Dele. So my father took responsibility. She lived with us. He didn't talk to anybody in the family for years. And he didn't even care. He didn't care about her well-being. My daddy put her in school in Yaba then didn't care. And then guess what happened to her as well? When she was in school, she too had a baby. That's just, never. When he didn't want to see his own child, why would he be interested in the grandchild? So because anytime you brought up the child, it got to a stage one time, we went to on holiday to their house. And we normally go to their farm in a go this place where they sell meat, meat abacho, where they call to, you know, in on your way to Abeokuta, Ota, you know. My uncle told them to take her out of the um factory, and he was beating her. Then she would still go again. The wife would say, I will talk to him. But everyone felt that it was the wife that had done something, polygamous home, that she had done something for him to not love his, have the first child. And then I told you guys he had two other mixed race with a German lady. The German children, my cousins, Olu and Kayode, they always send money to their auntie, but their father never knew. Their father never knew. I remember Kayode telling me that my uncle's house, as big as the house is, there wasn't any love. And he was also a white garment. My uncle attended Oshoba's church. It was, quite close. Yeah, I remember they had one room there. We're not allowed to go in there. So, as children, we never entered though, because it was always locked, but you could see, there was always candle. You would see through the window. And their house was, you wouldn't even know they had, those houses that has basements, then they have the top, what do you call? You won't know if you're looking from outside. That was how he was a very wealthy guy. A lot were being said, parents will think that children are not, we don't hear, but as they are trying to cover things up one way or the other, we hear. Where we even heard that maybe he had used her destiny. He has used my cousin's destiny for his wealth and riches. He was even close to Obasanjo. So this Davido's thing, it's I can't say, but why now? Why the child that? Why now, Davido? Why? Why now? So it's really sad. It's really sad. It's so sad. And tó bá náwó sí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí torí orí ọmọ yẹn, then there be vengeance. Agbára Ọlọ́run, God will expose them. Or him or her or them. He has lost quite a few people. He has lost. If me, I will take my the Nigerian factor coming from a polygamous home is there's a lot to it. Suddenly he's with Chioma. He's taking her everywhere. And she's very quiet. You see her, very subtle. She's someone that's shy. And all the time while they were not together, I remember there was a video I saw. He had to go and drop some things in the house. She was living upstairs. Then one of the neighbors were putting something in the papers that he never bought her a new car. Even guys, remember when he sang that song for her? And the car wasn't a new car. And recently, he bought her another car. You know, these are things that at the end of the day, every wife's main priority, love. You can never love someone else's child than your own child. Doesn't, no, never. I had two-step mother. And when my dad was there, hey, memories. They will love you, they will do that. Even one got to the extent that when we come on holiday to England, because I met my mom, I was playing with my sisters, because I grew up in Nigeria. When she saw my dad, being a soldier, they had come into the airport. Those days now, they do shakara, can enter, or yawoga, all that stuff. So we had to stay in Land Rover. We were at the back, the Army Land Rover. And she started talking about me. Kai, yeah, boss. She started, whether she wanted my dad to, I don't know. And let me tell you guys, everybody knew that I was my father's favorite. Even before I turned 20, he had done his will, and he called me to the room and told me some things. And if I was 20, yes, if I even had my first child, he had told me that. So yeah, boss was saying, when I saw my own sister, those are my mommy's children. When I saw them, I ignored my father's children. I'll tell her for free this time that blood is thicker than water. When I was a child, I didn't mean it that way. I just saw my mom, my sisters. I only see them during the holidays. She reports me well. Until today, that's why we have to be careful what we do to children. When she would travel on holidays, she would take me to, she would take her children. Those days, C&A, buy things for them. Sometimes, mine was just, I'm happy that I'm on holiday to see my mom. She'll buy second-hand. She'll take me to charity shop. Take me to charity shop. And you can see the difference. Because me, that Uyibuni Yami and the other ones, but no, that woman was wicked. Some people RIP, sorry, I'm speaking Yoruba. They won't have RIP, but they will be praying for it to happen. They'll be in so much pain for years. Sorry, it will not take them away. So we have to be very children, don't forget to because I have a Facebook page and all that stuff, and you hear people being horrible. If they can't insult you, if they want to, they will even bring your children involved. I always say that anybody that use my children or talk about my children, that my children don't know what, I don't have anything to do with it. My children's grace will fight for them. My children's grace will fight for them, So, like I said earlier, this thing can be, the narratives can be changed, can be in so many ways. I know that a lot of people were looking at him that, Zoe, why only you? And they were telling him, I remember one pastor, white garment elder, said something about Davido, about death. It's really sad. I don't know. Nobody knows. You can't quantify someone's pain. There's no way. It's that person that will be going through it. People saying, maybe it's that person. Even she won't know what to believe. She won't know what to believe. But the way I see her, she will hold on to Davido. And they were saying, marry. Ha! Marry this girl now. Marry this girl. Ha! Davido. Eh? You brought her to London. You took her, that pastor bought that very expensive bag. Kind of the same. Since I'm talking about how many years ago? He didn't marry. He hasn't married her. He kept saying 2023. But like I said, there's so many things I can say. But I just believe that things will be exposed. Because there's too many things going on. That's an innocent child. That is an innocent child. And it's also that and funny enough, I don't know if their heritage is Yoruba, all the people he's had children with, apart from Momodu's cause niece. But can't know, let them take it and hold it and keep it tight. All those things don't help, no matter how you try to bring those children close, no matter how, because every mother, baby, every baby mama's concern, first priority is their own biological child, the child that they had with that person. And like I've said, talking from experience, my own. So, if a foundation is not right, that's it can never stand. My stepmom came to London as adult. It's making me remember so many things. I was staying in a house, when you first come to England, even though you were born here, no matter what, you have to come through someone. But if I had known then, I don't say, oh, you stay with your boss here, you do this. If I'd known then, I would have just got to the airport and, those days it was much easier. But it was not like I said, oh, don't worry, I can stay with her. Oh my Lord. Me just coming from Nigeria. I'll be the one to clean up. And I was pregnant for my first one. 4 days after that, I came on the 19th. I'm sorry, I came on in 2 days. I came on the 16th. And I had my first child on the 18th of December. I remember the doctor in New Cross then. Deptford. It's New Cross, not far from Deptford yet. Near the station, there was a GP surgery there. And I remember the Asian doctor telling me, because he knew that someone that just came. I can remember him telling me that you are very stupid. How can you? He was shocked that, look at the risk I put myself and the child. But in those days, and being your first pregnancy, you wear boo-boo. So nobody stopped me. Nobody suspected. Being the first child, nobody suspected. And once I got to Britain, just, you're home. There's nothing they can do. So I had her. Doctor was saying, and I didn't even know, when I was in the ward in Lewisham Hospital, they had student nurse. Me not knowing now, I just came to the country. This student nurse kept poking and poking and poking. They will come and ask me. Yeah. They will speak I just came in now, the accent. I'll say, yes, it's fine, it's fine. She can do it, she can do it. We're poking. But thank God. It's not good for someone to be, oh dear, sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. Polygamous home. And that's why I said recently, our parents said they fell in love and things went wrong for them. And they fell in love with another person and things went wrong. And we too, we meet, we fall in love. Then things go wrong. If you don't cut that ties, if you don't break that yoke, generational curse. You just go passing on, passing on. And it's good to discuss with your children. Discuss with them. Let me tell you, your own child, your own children, they're not going, it's not that they will tell anybody, but once you start telling them things from a very young age, you make them gain your trust. You share things with them. Before anybody tells them anything, they will come home and tell you. Yes, they'll come out and tell you. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it there now, and it's really sad, really sad. No child deserves that. Even I'm just thinking of a child that you saw 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So the Lord is their strength, and God will console them, and I don't know. I don't grant God will grant them the fortitude to be able to. I don't know. Can't say to be able to. There's no. You don't get over it. Losing a child. You don't get over it. You don't get over it. And sometimes it could be it can also take the parent's life, because they think, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know where we're getting all this dry cough. Yes, so thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Just have to be careful where we take our children to, who holds our children, especially when they're at a certain age. You have to be very, very, very careful. Very careful. There's the news I saw. The Punch carried it in a place in Port Harcourt, Brutel, where they were mokekeke, small. Yes, the lady was saying, the boy was saying, the children were saying, we don't want to do this. The boy said, then the woman said, I paid your family the money. You can check it on Punch News. When you hear certain things that is happening in that great nation, it's very scary, very, very scary. And I keep saying that all those people doing all those things, evil things in that country, they are not Nigerians. But I see something. I believe that country will be great again. It will be great again. And I always say that I believe that every Nigerian, wherever you are, I remember my pastor saying I shouldn't say that every Nigerian, wherever we are part of the problem. And I believe I'm part of the problem. So if something is wrong with the head, definitely it affects the whole body. It affects the whole body. So I believe that strongly. That's why whoever you can help back home, if it's £20 you send to them, if it's £50, and how much, when you think of money you go and eat, or you spend buy chicken and chips, you spend buy this, just send it to them. Send it to them. And another thing again is be careful who we send things to, especially money. They always say a giver never lacks, but you have to know sometimes. You have to have a discerning spirit. I'm telling you, who you are giving the money to, because sometimes you are helping someone and things don't go well. So that's another way I see things, the way I see things. Sometimes you have to be careful, very, very careful. I remember I was telling someone, I was telling the person in Nigeria, because someone I sent Not a lot. Yeah, I do. I can only take 3 people, and God has been so faithful. God has been so faithful. So I was telling things, how things were, and this was happening. This what I'm talking about was happening before I started doing this thing, sending money. As I was telling him, ṣéyàn fihàn ṣàdúrà ni èyàn ń gbàdúrà ni ṣébi tẹ bá ń gbàdúrà tí gbogbo ẹ bá ń lọ dáadáa fún mi. I don't know why I'm speaking Yoruba here on this video. Well, because not everybody, there was a time someone said not everybody. Anyway, so I was saying, don't you guys pray? If you pray regularly, definitely I'll be able to send, God will bless you, I'll be able to send more money to you guys. And if you don't know anybody there, I'm telling you, you won't believe what people are going through, especially now with the flooding. The kappa everywhere, third world country. I was told that they said Cameroon opened their thing and it flooded, but I don't know how factual that is. Look at the video I saw. He had my lecturer, because his daughter told him at home that her friend was fighting with her. You know what they did? Fought with her. She told her father. They took the girl. They were in the bus. I was just saying, I think for them to have shown their face, they were not going to RIP that child, that lady. No, they use cane, they use this, they use that. And I can imagine the girl, you can see in her eyes that she was so scared. And you know what the father did? He used scissors and cut the girl's top. And his son was saying behind, take your hand off. Don't let my father's hand touch your 2 bits. Imagine that. But we thank God that they were apprehended by the police. I always believe that there's nobody above the law. Look at this Kanu issue now. Kanu, Mazi Kanu. The government have been told that they have to pay ransom of millions and millions of money. Then you think of what happened to Sunday Igboho. It's so, I don't know, I can remember his own, someone that he trusted told things. I was like, how would they know that he was hiding in the ceiling in his house? But if you see the blood, the shed of blood, no, that's one thing I get worried that you don't know who to trust. But another thing is, I believe you can love people from a distance. I hold strongly to that. You can love people from a distance. You can help them. You can, because when someone was in your life and they did something, you forgive, and they still want to come back. What they want to do, they want to RIP you. So to have a discerning spirit. Yeah. So this Chioma, I don't know, it's sad. I don't know, but can't say much. So yeah, thank you so much. God bless you all. All is well, and all shall continue to be well with us, and it will always be well with us. Someone said the other day, one of my videos, Facebook, you don't even know your tomorrow is not promised. I said, my tomorrow is promised. My own tomorrow, and everybody on my page, tomorrow is promised. Oh, whatever you want, you say it and you hold on to it. You stand on it, you hold on to it. Don't let anybody be telling you all those grammar. No. You hold on to it. Nothing will befall us. Nothing. He looks after his own. You because those are his promises for me and you. You know. I don't know. I don't know. I remember telling my sister, I was telling someone, I said that my stepmother, you know, funny enough, my stepsister called me on Mother's Day this year. I came out of the church and she said in Yoruba, she said, Kini mo ṣe fún ẹ, as in, what did I do to you? I said, no, because I'd already told her, you know, I got to a stage that I had to go for counseling, you know, and I needed to tell people that have done this to me. You have to tell them boldly. And I remember how you tell her that this is what your mom did. Ah, no, my mom, no. Ah, no. I said, how would you know? She's your mom. Definitely you're going to say no. So I just cut off. We tried to come together. I just cut off and I told her. So I said, until my stepmom passes before me and my sister. Some people might think what I said is it's not fair, but you know, I've been me being an only child in a house that was like I was the only biological child in a house that we had. Let me count. We had Brother Tai, Brother Tunde, Dupe, Lolade, the housemaid, and me. And out of all of them, I was the only biological child. My cousins were living in the boys' quarter, but I was really biological child. Oh, we had Dolapo as well. We had, you know, that says a lot. Just grace of God. And I've always believed that me being British, God knew my destiny. That's why I will definitely be coming my safe haven. This was my safe haven. I'm telling polygamous home is not the it's not it's not. That's why I said, how can you break this cycle? Look at the Oni of Ife. That's another one I can say too. You know, everyone that knows me knows I love tradition. I love the royal family. I give homage, I believe, respect. I don't know. All the women he's marrying, they are very, very comfortable. And they are most of them are in their 40s. And I was told that normally the Oni is supposed to marry a virgin. You know, so many rumors going around that the first one that I married, who is legally, legally, like the fourth. Is it the fourth? Yeah, the fourth. He had the lady that had the baby for him, the daughter for him. Then Wura Ola and Olori Naomi. Yeah, so I don't know. You know, look at Alaafin Voyo. One of the wives came out to say, no, to mark his remembrance. And some of the wife, you know, they're very young. Some of them are not even in their 30s. Oni of Ife. I don't know. And funny enough, there was a wedding they had that Davido went with Chioma. Yes, Chioma and Davido went to Chioma and they met with the Oni. He had the dark glasses, the shades. He was at his, oh yes, they went to see him at the last wife, Temitope, Temitope, who also had studied in Harvard University, and came very, very, very educated, very, very educated wife. Even my favorite, the one I adore the most, is Lori Ashley. Lori Ashley, because I just felt that you can see that she really, really loves it. Even at their wedding, she was the only one that was, um, I do not say it in English, Ewi. She was the only one that was greeting him in the traditional way, calling that. She even called and said, she prayed. She called and said, "He's the husband of A, he's the husband of B, he's the husband of C." So, and why they said he couldn't marry her first was because of the child. But at the end of the day, he's married her. He's married her. But I don't think that would be those women are the last. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think so. He also saw the Oni. So he greeted the Oni, and that was the day he had what's this guy that works for him, this loyal guy. And anytime he sees the video, I've forgotten, he will just prostrate. He just had his wedding as well, so we should be very, very careful where we put our head. So you go to you go to some people's houses, you bend your head through their door. Is when you are coming out, something will just tell you, you look up, you will say, hey, I'm talking from experience as well. So when your spirits make you recognize things, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. I looked up that day. I said, what did they tie there? In Lagos. Why this man and his wife? What is that? They tied. I remember there's a shop in England too. My son didn't like going to the shop. My son, if I tell him now, I still remember he was like 6, 7. My son was like, no, mom. The Asian shop by the door, they had some picture of something. He didn't like going in there. Then there's a place we used to buy chicken and chips. As usual, my eyes just caught something one day. I'm telling you, the shop is in Mitcham. I'm telling you, in the Indian shop, that's when I knew that these people are one shade, juju. They even said it past our own. And I looked up the chicken and chip shop. They wrapped the thing and tied it, destiny. Because why will you put something through by the door? By the door. And it's not discreetly. It's like I say, if someone has a joke, even someone like my mom saw it, she's like, oh, that's beautiful. That's work of art. He's like what our new prime minister did by his door. He put his hand, did the thing, then he went back, he threw the hand back again, and he went forward. I say, Jesus. Hey, Jesus. A country that was ruled. You were the one that ruled them. Now they're the one ruling. But he's a British. But at the end of the day, I was telling that he's still, that's his first call. That's his first call. Abio, alone, Darren, honestly, why now? Even when, let me tell you something, when he was at the party with the Oni, the way he was, I don't know. He had that green cap hat on. The way he was like, he was looking, I'm not going to lie to you, he didn't look like oh God, like he was, you know, just, yeah, let's go, Sha, let's go, Sha, let's go, Sha. And people remember that the video that people, and it was people were saying Uni's eyes was just looking at her babies. Yes, so I don't know. I can't imagine. Sometimes I want to go out, I want to go, and I'm going out with my Oga, and I'll be like, what I'm wearing is, a bit. He will say no. I say, yeah, but I'm with you now. Seeing that Chioma's video, I'm telling you, I've never thought of it at this age of my lifetime now. Going to be 51 soon. I do not say I've never thought of it until I saw that picture of Chioma. I'm like, so this is how my hugger feels. This is how everybody's eye online. So there's more that I see to this thing, because Davido. That's why I said I have to be careful. But he lost his mother when he was very young. When some things happen, I always say we have to find out the foundation. The foundation goes a long way. The foundation goes a long way. The foundation goes a long way. If I didn't, for example, in my own growing up, if I wasn't a British citizen, I don't know if I would have. God, I don't know. I always say that he knew that coming here was my saving grace. Being divorced back home, nobody, uncle, they just think you are a shower and all that, so they don't care. So I don't know why suddenly, and those two girls came out. Even when he was with her, he was, doing the other things. He bought car for her. The car, even this car that he bought, is not new. It's not tear rubber. So that's why they said that when they say some people have money, the life they live, the life they portray. Yeah. There was a Nigerian movie which I can't remember. The girl, Nigerian movie, she is on Netflix. She goes in the plane and uses it to post because she knows someone there. So she's someone that has Instagram accounts. Then she said, that's how they do it too. Then I'm seeing all this now. I'm seeing, for example, seeing them their live video and everything. Then my cousin Lai told me that don't let anybody buy. You shine your eyes. Shine your eyes well. Like I've said, I see Chioma. Well, let's go. Forgiving. There's more to it than there's more. The child has lost his life. A child has lost his life. A child has lost his life. Oh, sorry, I wasn't reading the comments. Which video? Oh, I can't. Is it the video of when recently when the Oni of Ife was marrying the last wife, Temitope, and Miriam, the first wife, as in legally, yes, the fourth one. They were Chioma. After they finished, was his, the guy that works for him, that tall guy. Anywhere he sees him, he'll prostrate. And this is the same guy, guys. This guys, remember he had accidents in his car. He had accident and this car, they said Davido just bought the car for him. The guy had accidents. So what is going on? The guy acts accident. What's the guy's name? The guy had an accident, but it was everywhere. And yeah, he even brought him to London. But people will always say that is when Davido wants to do something. For example, they were not together. When he came to London the last time for his performance, and you can't blame people. It's sad. It's sad. And like I've said, all we Nigerians, we are part of the problem. Nobody. It's all our fault, because I came here. I could have, Uh, why even the man, I know he has money. At least there's whiskey there. There's a Oxley. There's Nice. There's other. I forgot is the one that did Oliver. And I like him. Oh, there are quite a few. And you can't blame people because of what we hear coming from home. That's why before we count one and two, we get five. We get five. It's sad. It's so sad. The guy had an accident last year. Was it this year? Was it this year? And one of his friend died recently. He was on the boat, chilling. The next thing, he wanted to swim. He jumped in and he drowned. He was very close to Davido as well. He was very close to him. He was very close to him. There's this saying that they used to tell us when I was growing up. They said, when you are with this boyfriend, you're with that boyfriend, you've already shared something spiritually. You've already shared something with each other. That's why, and I believe that, there's someone I was befriending, and the way I ended it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair at all. And even talking about it now, I still feel bad that what I did to him wasn't fair. Wasn't fair. No, I didn't cheat on him, but the way I ended the relationship, it was shocking because he came, things were going well, and he came to Ilorin to visit me, but I just thought I didn't want to get married young. It was too serious. Too serious. It was too serious. Too serious. Even now, I feel bad. So, about last year, I was telling one of my cousins that if they know him, so if they know how I can get him, so I can really apologize to him and beg him. And even saying it now, I think I'll tell my cousin again, but yes, I feel I need to plead with him to forgive me because, you know, and that's part of the foundation as well. That's, I knew him before I got married. So if the foundation is not right, there's no way. I'm telling you. Only by His grace. By His grace. But sometimes you need to know what you are praying for, what you are praying against, what you are fasting for, what you are trusting God for. Yes, brings me to even talk about you have to be strong. You have to have a discerning spirit. You have to be able to see certain things. You have to be able to have certain feelings. I'm telling you. I'm saying it, guys, and it's like this David Cora Obidi and the husband. Fair enough. Nobody's saying he didn't do anything with a woman and she, but watching them for the past 8 months, this thing, you can see who is 75% and the one that has scored 99.9. Like the song she sang when she was in I'm sure I don't know if you guys seen the video. She insulted she said Nigerian Lagos, that the Yahoo Yahoo Mexico passed the Yahoo Yahoo for Lagos. I don't know why even someone like me didn't take it up. I made a video. You don't do that. You don't do that because at the end of the day, you have family back home, and you are saying that to, what are you trying to do? And she says she's Lagos Yahoo. Yeah, she's a Lagos Yahoo. You have family back home. You know, you can provoke some people's spirits. You don't do that. Your father, half of your family is back home. You don't just open your mouth anyhow. You call people goats. And you watch the husband. How can someone pretend like that? They will have anything. And the same, people that love him. Some of them is true, the same, but I say you see things from fair side. You know, like I've done videos, sometimes I look in her eyes and I cry on my live videos. I cry, but just recently, I'm telling you guys, recently, one on Friday, was it Friday or Friday morning, I was like, Cora, do this, do that, forgive, love, change, try your best. Before nighttime, I heard someone say, and since then, this thing has been in my mouth, report. I've never reported her to anybody, page or anything. But now, I say it when I'm even making live video, report. Because for that thing that you did, that's why I said we are all the problem. We are all the problem. You haven't even got your Bali yet. You are saying that. You know, and I believe something again. And if you don't respect your roots, if you don't respect where your root is, no matter where you go, no matter how you try, you will just be here. You will never reach here. And if she was in Nigeria, I believe she would have gone far. Because she was close to Davido. She started this journey many years ago. You know, and I've also said in my videos that she needs to sit with her father. Her father needs to tell her, because she didn't really know her mother. Her mother died when she was young. And she's telling people to report. And you are saying, look at what you just said. She said Mexicans are cartels. Is it cartel? Huh? Just talk anyhow. But when people that follow her and side her, they will never bring all the side off. And I said, you see, we're all the problem of that country. Every Nigerian, me, all of us, we are all the problem of that country. We are all the problem of Nigeria. We are all the problem of Nigeria. We are all the problem of Nigeria. It's really sad, but I believe that that country will be great again. I believe that. You know why I say that? Because many years ago, we went for a crusade in Kaduna. And the pastor was talking to us. You know, I remember they were saying he's a pastor of doom. I just heard doom. He said it. I'm talking about 30 or how many, maybe 30 something years ago. And tomorrow, I still remember. He was a petite pastor. I don't remember his name. He had a grey tie, grey suit. And he was saying it. So I believe that. And all these churches. You see all these churches. And you see a man and you see a woman of God, though. A woman of God that people take as a God. They take them like gods. And I'm looking, opening to Bura, to bleach. Is that the Bible? It's not to love yourself. So this way the world is going, just let yourself be free. You know, I believe your personal relationship with God is from here. Yeah, gathering of 2 or 3 people. But sometimes people in your house is enough. Sometimes it's enough. You know, you have to be careful where you go, where you put your money. You have to be Careful who you give things to. You have to be careful. You have to be careful. It's not. I'm telling you, and always follow your heart. You always follow your heart. You always follow your heart. When you don't do it, then you see, your Bible will say, who there, can you hear that? So for me, oh, as in, the thing, my heart was telling me not to do that, not to go there. It's good to always follow your heart. You know, when I saw that video of Davido and his, I didn't really want to. I was like, some child. And I was thinking the other things, talk of my own experience, coming from a polygamous home, how steps I tried to arrive, not only even step, family, arrive in my life. They couldn't get me, they got my junior sister, Oh, Father in heaven, let's just continue to be the best, give the best, do the best. Even if you don't have much, but still be the best of what you are. It's easier said than done, but that's all we can strive to be and do. That's all we can strive to be and do. And I think I always tell people on my page that since having my page, they are part of my strength. People I meet there, I've never met them physically. For example, lady sent me, she said she liked something. I said, I can get it and send. I was supposed to even send it today. And what is it? Just biscuits. You don't have it there. She's in America. And for her to trust me, she sent me her address. And that's so much respect, She sent me her own address, so you will know. And when you know, you would know. When you know, you know. Be careful who your children go to. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. Where you put your head, always be aware of your environment. Be aware of your environment. Or even living abroad. These things really, I live in London anyway. So the things I've seen. And another one, many years ago, my friends, hey, Jesus, my friends and I, okay, this a friend, my children were 5, 4, Andrew was already talking. So this our family friend, they lived somewhere in Charlton, and she had a goddaughter, so she, she hosted a birthday in her own house for her goddaughter. And funny enough, that day, the person that was supposed to fix the tiles, the Igbo guy, didn't finish early, so they were saying, let him finish before they start the party at 5. So he was doing fixing. So he got to the door. He removed the tiles, guys. He removed the tiles. Guess what he saw under? The thing was wrapped up. The thing was wrapped up. And if they had not changed the tiles, that thing could have been there for because they've already bought the house, so they could do that, cancel house. That thing it would have been there for years. So, and it being that way, is that kind of a person that saw it, he didn't take any notice of it, he didn't see it as anything. And this is my friend is still waiting for the fruit of the womb. So I just said no, she shouldn't touch it, that I would throw it away in their chute. It was later that my friend was telling me, and that friend was saying I shouldn't have done that, but I said that's what came to my heart to do. That's, I just felt that she hadn't had a child, that all that stuff. And yeah, so if I didn't see it, I won't believe that such, it was under the tiles, under, so people that lived in that house. Yes, so yes, so yes, 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 yes. There's some areas in London that they said that is where um people know. For example, there's a place is saying Peckham. I'm not sure. Remember one of my aunties saying, talk to your uncle. He's always going to Peckham to eat. But that my uncle has passed now. Even his own death too. That's, I know, it's mysterious. It wasn't my blood uncle. But like I said before, culture, Nigerian culture, everybody's uncle, everybody's auntie, everybody's uncle. You respect. You respect. You respect everybody older than you, whether they are right or wrong. You have no choice. So you have to respect them. 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 So Davido, God will. That's how it started. It's just the boy is gone now. The boy is gone. It's gone. The boy is gone. The boy is gone. The boy is gone. And the other family might even be telling the other girls that, ah, other people saying, yeah, he is. I went to feel from that the boy. Linda KG carry yes, at ever care. I always ask her. I always go on her page, and even before I go on Gist Lover or her own, she puts it there and she waka comot. She doesn't do any drama. That's not her own, and I respect her. I respect her. Sometimes when I'm talking of respect, it's like I always think they're older than me, guys. I don't know why. I don't know why. I always think they're older than me. I don't know why. When I see people in their 50s, not even their 50s, in their late 40s, their 40s, I then do like, madam, look at me, that I'm like this any kind person. Any kind person. I wonder. I don't know why. You keep thinking all those people I see on the news, most of them, I'm far older than them. I don't know why. Not that I'm saying that they are young, I look younger. I'm just saying that I don't know why. That's true. They say age is just a number. Age is just a number. And the older I'm getting, I'm telling you, I feel much younger. I'm doing more things I couldn't do when I was younger. I'm more free. My body's feeling well. Being at an age now when you're supposed to be menopause, I'm not feeling anything. God has been so free. I'm not feeling. The only time, normally for years, for ever since, for example, I sleep with the fan. I can't not sleep with the fan. The only thing I'll say I've noticed a bit more, maybe I get hot, but some people say they get hot when people are cold. Some people said they enjoy sex more. Some people do. That's the only thing I don't have. And they said women at this age go through that. I can talk about it, and I feel for my Oga. I really feel for him, but he thought, bless his heart, he thought it's something like a weak illness. He thought it's something that maybe like a flu in 2 weeks to go. And I keep telling God, I don't even have the emotion. I don't even have, I was crying the day I was talking to him, and even now, I feel so emotional about it. I feel really, I'm not interested. No, and they always say it's good to talk. I don't feel. That's why I believe that some women can stay for years And until this happened to me, that's when I realized that, wow, it's true. Some women can stay for years without sex, without being with anybody. So it does nothing. And not that uh, I'm not being rude, but my page, not that I'm dry there. No. Even he will tell you what. I don't know, but I believe that God, everything at his time. I'm not feeling hot or cold. I'm not, but I'm just feeling more active, more, you know. For example, my birthday coming, and my son said he has promised me that we have to walk on my belly. So he's been saying that because he's fit. So by his grace, I've agreed that, yeah, he said that's what he was going to do. Special, he get me what do you call it? Personal. I said, yeah, I'm all right with that. So because some things just we don't need at this age. There's some things because I've got sweet tooth. That's my issue. Some things at this age they shouldn't hear someone eating. You know. That's why sometimes I feel that I'm not an adult. I just say number. I don't feel I don't feel. So that's the only thing that and guess what? Some people then still have children at this late age. You won't believe that my children who are in their, especially my oldest, keep saying, Mom, don't get pregnant. I'm like, how? How? I haven't seen that thing in more than a year. When I didn't see it, and I'm like, wow. So that is how you just end like that. The monthly thing. I'm like, wow. Eh? Ah, this is our body, Sha. This is our body. Ah, it's scary thoughts. It's scary. So I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing. And funny enough, even my hair is even more long. It's growing more now. Ah, you know, I just believe God has been faithful. And if I have to tell you what I've gone through, my whole family, but He's faithful. That's all. At least we don't have any incurable disease. We don't have any sickness. You know, He's been faithful. Oh, He's been faithful. Ah, He's been faithful. He's on His rock I stand. On His rock I stand. Yes, so just do your own bit. Continue to do your own bit. Continue to do, and always try and take the negative to positive. You know, I've like this Facebook page. My son was like, Mom, so when they say all those horrible things, how you don't doesn't bother you? I said before when I started the journey, but I told myself that I don't want it to bother me. I don't want to I don't want it to bother me. I don't want it to bother me. I don't want it to bother me. And to God be the glory. There's nothing. Even they are shocked. They'll be shocked now. They will write silly comments. I will just, so just, I'm telling you, just try and, for example, let me tell you, my darling snores. I snores. So my son will be doing on the wall like this from his room. So I told him, I said, try and see it in a positive way. And ever since, yes, it's much better than before. So they always say it's a thing of the mind. Yes, miracles do happen. Miracles still happen. It's a thing of the mind. You know, I don't believe in all those when they go on those scientific, all those things, and yeah, but it's a thing of the mind. I try to, so there's and it's been God. It's been a journey, and maybe because at my age, I don't know, but there's nothing. Nothing anybody can say Nothing anybody can do. But the only thing that will hurt me is see my children, and but I feel I'm not taking it for granted. I give God all the glory. My children are, I thank God, they are doing well. They say in Yoruba ọmọ tó kọ́ tó dẹ̀ tó wá kọ́ra ẹ̀ tó tún wá gbẹ̀kọ́. You know, I give God all the glory. I give him alone all he alone deserves all the glory. Because I know that I used to say that when I'm in the midst of my friends or I'm in a place that I know that not all of them smiling with me, that is looking at me, that have my best interests at heart. You know, and yeah, so and when if I have a friend and I see your wahala is getting too much, I shift. I shift. I learned that from my stepmother. I learned it from her. She would make friends, you know, and when she won't fight with them. She would say she told us she would just tell God that they should just go themselves. Yes. No. She was a wonderful mother, my stepmother. She was a wonderful mom. She was a wonderful mom. Even thinking about her now. You know, guys, I told you I had not the other one. But this one too had her own, but it's from her that I learned the most from. The resilientness, the giving. You give, you just have, you don't stop giving. Let your giving be let your giving be without you even thinking about it sometimes. But yeah, but still be mindful. But when you give, things will just come. You just give. Learn to give. Just learn to give without anybody noticing you. Don't Yoruba people don't just give. You know, sometimes you see you take off your shoe, they say they like your shoe, and you know that they can take it off and bless them with it. They like your earring. I have to tell you, you know, you can pray over it before you give them. But take it off, your jacket. You would know. But giving, I strongly believe that. I hold on to it. Give. I believe that. I learned that from my stepmother. You know, I learned that from Auntie Fumi. It's so weird that when she was alive, I used to call her mommy, but when she died, I used to call her, that's not my mommy. My mom is not. And then I said Auntie Fumi. When they are talking, say your mom. I said no, she's not my mom. You see, that's life. And really, she's not my mom. I learned a lot from her. She gave. And she didn't die well. She had fibroid. She didn't. She was the last person I thought would die. She was a church goer. Kai! Church, she will fast. She will not eat. We'll go to Yaba, buy her vegetable. Yaba Tejo market. She will just stay on vegetables. On fruits. She won't drink water. She died. She died. And even when she passed, and I believe it, she said when they were doing this thing operation, she said she was telling them in the spirit that they've taken the wrong thing. They took the wrong thing out. They didn't take what they're supposed to take. I'll never till my last days. And this happened about 20. My siblings, how old are they now? They are a year older than my daughter, 27, 27, 28, 28, yeah. It happened, yeah, 20, yeah, the children were babies when they lost their mom. So I remember that she said um, she was lying on the, and it was this Adegbike, this hospital that is in, ah, Adenike, no Adenike, oh, this popular hospital, what's this popular hospital? And funny enough, she did the operation in London. She did it, I think came back. I think came back. She was kind. You wonder why some people, I just believe someone like her, God wanted her. I believe that God wanted her. She was too good. She was too good. She was too good. She impacted greatness in my life. We had our issues, you know, but she always forgave me. I would say, I'm sorry, mommy. She went through a lot. She went through a lot. She went through a lot. She always forgave me. They used to call her Yayetunde, Yayetunde, Yaoyibo. Yaoyibo. They say Yaoyibo, Yaoyibo. No, she gave. Oh, she gave. And that's someone that I know can give a car and not look back. Sometimes she will even give. My father mustn't even know because, and it's normally the other way around. That time there was scarcity of petrol one day like that. Scarcity. She know all she was thinking that dad being a soldier, he would do shakara, he would get petrol somewhere. My daddy was like, why? He said, yeah, the church they didn't have. So they had to use pipe to get it out of the car. She was kind. She was kind. Anything you asked her for, my stepmom. Anything. Anything. Your shoe, she like if you like her shoe, she will get it, give it to you. So I learned that from her. Give. I learned that from her. I believe strongly. It's good to give. You always count your blessings. You will see your blessings. It's good to give and impact it on your children's life. You know, my children will tell you. I didn't even know they remembered that a day that someone I was calling them. I was telling them that they should meet me at the bus stop and bring me slippers. You know, so it's good for people to know you with something great, with something good. Maybe not great, but good. After good, the next is great. The next is great. It's good to be kind. Be kind. Try and be kind with your words. Try and be kind with what you say. I'm not saying that I'm a saint, but try and let people know some certain things with you that is healing to them. Let people see your home as a place of comfort. It could be one bedroom, but wherever there's love can be 10 in that room. You won't even. That's why this guy, Obi Kubana, I just love him for that. He said when him and his wife were living in a one room with like 9 other people, nobody said he's rich, he's doing that, or he's doing this. Now, and it's true. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm saying Nigerian factor again. And honestly, I always think of him and pray for, that nothing will happen to such people. You know people that do all those things. I remember when he did his mother's funeral, they were saying, all the goats, all the cows is from this. And guess what? All the things he used, he was given because he's blessed so many people's lives. It's someone that when it's what he says he would do. Big Kubana. It's someone that he doesn't have to, but some people will say they did this. Your mind will still be telling you, yeah, and the safety. That's what I think in Nigeria. I'm like, if they said there's a crime somewhere in Nigeria, something happened in Nigeria, I always tell my guys, say, they are safe for now. What about next time? Like all this when they kidnap and all, I'm like, Jesus Christ. They'll be thanking God And I'm saying, what about for next time? What about next time? There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on that we don't know. There's a lot going on in Nigeria that is so scary. There's one of my friend that was talking to me. She said, Iwo Remi, Iwo, Iwo. And I've said the next time she says that, I'll ask her, what does she mean by that? Because I'm very, jubbly, and, you know, and she was the one that was more. I remember when we went to Taylor's house. I was begging, I was telling her not to talk to Taylor, like that. So I've said it now. Anytime I see her, I'll say, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? I'll ask her. I don't, because the way she was talking was as if I was, like, I don't even know why. But I need to know why. I need to know why. I need to know why she says that. Because this is my friend. She did something to me, and it's sometimes you just have to keep, when things like that come to your mind, that you forgive. But sometimes things that has happened in the past, and that's why I said foundation. That's going back to foundation. This person, were supposed to have a wedding. She said she was supposed to have wedding, not me and her. And she was supposed to go and buy the clothes for my children and her children. So yeah, we went to Debenhams. I said those days Debenhams in Clapham, I remember. And I said, it's summer wedding, they can wear this and it looks classy. She said it's expensive, this. She said she'll go to Finsbury Park. Okay. Give her money. Guess what? I didn't like. It's like, all those Bini outfit. Bini people when they tie wrapper and buba, the Igbo. But this one, the lot of beads. I'm like, it's not really for young children. Anyway, it was skirt and blouse. So some just said I should look in the back. She told me, and how much is it? She said, they got it for £25. Okay. Guess what happened? She forgot the receipt inside the bag. So the receipt, I took it, I looked, and I called. I asked the guy, I said, so how much is this cloth? He said, no, it's 20. I said, he said, no. He said he remembered people that came, that I didn't sell it to them 25 till tomorrow. I've never told her. But no matter how we try to come back, I just see that. And when we are together, you think these people you would even know that anything has happened. But it's because of the foundation. It's the foundation. So the man said no. And at the end of the day, just £10. £10. You lose something that's supposed to be a great thing. No matter how she tries. No matter how we try. No matter how, just. And I think you get to a stage in life, if maybe you live in England, you find out that you don't really need so many friends. You don't really need, because my children are adults now, and I don't know, you don't really need. Thank God for Facebook Live. I have a very close friend. My very close friend is Spanish. We don't compete with anything. She doesn't compete with me with anything. We don't. She loves me so much. I love her the same. There's nothing I won't do for her. Sometimes she's crying on my behalf. I'm doing the same. Because my wahala of my people tire me is too much. It's sad because it's sad because that's supposed to be my sister. It's sad that we say that It's about ourselves. We say that about ourselves. We say that. But just continue to follow your heart. Continue to follow your heart. And you see that you'll be much better. If you are married, let your husband be your best friend. Even if you are not enjoying SCX, but let him know. And as a man, let your wife be your best friend. That relationship will be solid, honestly. And be close to your children. You tell them you love them. They are going to school. I love you. Look at my son. Anytime. Oh, my baby. Before I did this video, before I even heard the news, he was just teasing me. He said he wants to eat. My son is hungry. I said, okay, the pasta that is remaining, there's this small stew. You know, when the stew is thick, no matter how small it is, it can go round well, especially pasta and rice. So I served myself, I stirred it, and you know some stew, the longer it is in the freezer, the tastier. And my oga can cook. He's the one that cook. I can cook, but he's the one that does the stew. He's the one that does the stew. You know, my Ikea is a Edo guy. Ikea B is half Igbo and half Edo. So he honey, I was talking about you.
I thought you were sleeping already.
Sleep, no. Now the clothes be that.
Yeah. I don't think he's the one.
You know, I said it. Maybe they don't lose Auntie Rebecca stuff.
He said this is the one you can get hold of.
I said
you don't really know
that's
where it is.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, darling. That I was thinking about it. That I'm sure they won't find it. Because she too, she's left, and that's what normally happens.
Yeah.
It's like me living close in Nigeria. I say when I go back, I won't even remember what I left there.
This is the only one they can say, oh, well.
It's not, which one be your own?
It's not concerned.
You're supposed to just bring something for someone. Maybe you collect it. Well done, Dan. How was your day, honey?
Yeah, I'm tired. Really tired.
You're bugged. You do?
Because there was a lot of diversion.
Is it because of the rain?
No, there's road work.
That's saying, oh dear, Bele. Bele, come. Bele. Do. She gone.
So, voila, something I'll let you say. Call me or text me.
Hey, this is sorry. There's no one. I hear you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was thinking of you know now. You know.
If you think of me, then you
don't
think of me. You're thinking of Wala. That's the truth.
This is not even Wala, people. This is YouTube.
Yeah.
It's
everything all together.
Honey, I'm sorry. Where's say? Call, brother. Call. Bagwe.
I don't think that's for you.
I'm
I refuse to sorry.
Honey. Hey, I'm sorry.
You have to say at least. I was really busy.
I'm on my knees. Okay. I didn't beg.
Okay,
I'm on my knees and I'm very no beg. I'm on my knees. Go. Where's it?
First of all, I'll just go.
But now come. I will soon finish. YouTube. The rain no stop. See.
It's very windy now.
Yes.
Too much wind. I wear another shirt to wear. This one I don't wear on today.
Okay.
You gotta see her say it dirty.
It is well. It is well. It is well. How many days left?
2.
I can't long. It is well.
No, well.
Really? Until Rebecca no go happy with that.
No.
She won't even wear it.
No.
I know her. She'll throw it away.
All these ones, they be like clothes which she don't reject already.
She not go wear. I'm telling. I was thinking of it. That they will say they can't find it. And it's not that they can't find it. It's not that they did, now in brother now.
Yeah.
It's just knowing where it is.
They say that for love, now they find this one.
She not go happy, but what thing she won't even do with all those? Person will get more than enough.
There are certain clothes you will really like. Before she bring that kind of clothes come here, say like a good one.
Even the bag get us big. So I'm not surprised.
No, I don't think that this bag is there. Give me the slippers.
People don't know that you can wash everything. There's nothing you can't wash. So I'll be ending this. You can wash everything. You can wash your shopping bag, everything you can wash. Yes, so yeah, just friends are, but make sure you and look, my guy just enter house. Let your husband, no matter what, let your husband, the person you call your boyfriend, your girlfriend, just let them know that you trust them. There's too many things going around, actually, you have to be careful not to pass anything and let nobody pass anything to your boy. One has to be careful, guys. One has to be careful and be free. Yeah, so I was talking about my son. So it was cooked earlier. So with that stew, because he cooks, so he likes his stew thick. And it's, like I said, the longer the stew, if you taste it now, it's like, ooh. So it was small though, but it will go round. Because me, I don't really like plenty stew. So I warmed the pasta in the bowl. When the stew is in the bowl, London, I put everything in the freezer. So I put the pasta in the bowl. And my son had already said he was hungry and he has gone back to his room. He's 20. He turned 23 this month. I give God all the glory. I really am not taking anything for granted. And I ate, if I tell you, I ate some pasta. Then I thought, this pasta, the one at the bottom, the stew still. If I pour more pasta to it and stir, it will make more sense. So I ate. I just, no, I felt my son. I was just thinking of my son. And I was telling my son, I said, this is supposed to be my food. My son didn't say, Mom, don't worry. My son took it. He took it, and yes. So, but he's so close. You can see when I tell him to do things, the way he says, you said that I've spoiled him. I've made him not to always want to come home. And that he'll tell me that how can he love someone more than himself? So I give God all the glory. Ọpẹ́ mi ò tó, ọpẹ́ mi ò tó, ọpẹ́ mi ò tó, ọpẹ́ mi ò tó, ọpẹ́ mi ò tó. I'm telling you guys, you will just come, smack me. You just smack my bum like, people with our home, that's how my relationships with my children. I always say that you get to a stage in your children's life, you have to be their best friend than their parents. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't, especially live the modern life now. Don't let anybody tell you you are the mother. You are the mother. No, you are the mother, but you have to be more at a certain stage in their life. You have to be more of their friend than their parents, than their parents. You know. So he did well at uni. He's very well grounded. They are well grounded. They are well grounded. Oh, yes. You okay? You okay? Huh? Well, you see, that's my son. Just popped to see me. You didn't know that is life, but normally, yeah. So, and from very young age of my children, I learned that from our church those days in Woolwich, House of Praise. I remember the pastor Adeleke, the wife, was praying that we should pray that time, that always put in prayer that your children should love each other, they will grow up together, they will be a helping hand to each other. So that's always been something that my children, and I thank God that I hold on, as they are like in their 20s now, late 20s, mid and late 20s. So I really thank God. I can't thank him enough. Ìyìn ọpẹ́ mi ò tó, ìyìn ọpẹ́ mi ò tó, ìyìn ọpẹ́ mi ò tó, ìyìn ọpẹ́ mi ò tó. No matter how I thank him, no matter how I praise him, no matter how he's done more for me than that. So he would come, pull, he will do my hair, he will do like this, he will do that, and I always tell, and for the past few months now, I've been telling God that when he has his girlfriend, I will love her, but I will release my children. I've been saying that for years, that I won't be a burden. I won't be, because they're my child. I'm a single mother for them for long. I've been telling God. So like winning them off gently. So I've been telling God that. Yes. Even thinking about it now, I feel so emotional about it. That mom-in-law, they're not going, but young age prophesy in their life from a very young age that they will marry, they will be settled, they will not go what we've been through. Yeah. And that's what I hold on to, and what I went through in relationship. That why should any of my children go through it? Why? And that's why I said foundation matters. Foundation matters. Foundation matters. Yes, guys. People didn't see my face. Some people may not even see my face, may not know, but I appreciate you all. As usual, I love you all. I'm not just saying it out of some people, when they're opening their Facebook page, hello guys, how are you? Hello, morning, afternoon. No. I go with the flow. I go with how I'm feeling. I don't do all those. And I think I learned that from, like Gio used to say many years ago, when we used to go to church in Ebutemeta. I'll never forget that. When you go to a church, it's not everything the pastor says belongs to you. Take your own and waka. Not as in, he didn't say waka, but take yours. So I believe that. I hold on to that. So I go with the flow. You see, I didn't even say thank you. I didn't even say subscribe. I didn't. Yes, everything has got, no matter, everything at his own appointed time, whether we like it or not. That is it. Whether we like it or not. When you get to that stage, on my Facebook, say, share. No, when you leave things, you just see things, you just feel at ease. As I've been saying it for many years, I'm not in a race with anybody. That's why I'm different. You're different. I'm not chasing anybody. You just see that things will be at ease. I'm telling you guys. So there was a time, because I have some of videos on my Facebook. I can't have it monetized, because I'll get copyright, because I have a lot of videos there, people that have talked about and things like that there. So yeah. So they were trying that, let them help me and tell me how to go about it. I just thought, they said you have to say share, share. Oh, I won't lie to you guys. I tried it. I was always like I'm begging, like I'm taking something from someone. So, but everything, no matter what, my same hard beginning, the middle, was the end. You know, always people can help you begin your story, but don't let anybody write the end of your story. Don't let that. 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 Just be at peace. And you just, honestly, just be kind. Give, give, give. Learn to give. But another thing, you can love people from a distance. You can forgive, but you can love them from a distance. You know, I was telling someone said they are divorced, they left the guy, and now she wants to go back to the guy, and she did something that I don't think it was right. I was saying that, I said, is it his head she wants the next time? So I, my children will even tell you can love. My pastor doesn't agree with that, but I believe that you can love from a distance. How many times can you forgive? Huh? And we say, children, how do you tell a child off then? Why bother telling a child off? Why bother telling a 4 years old, this is how it should be done? This not, no, don't climb the chair. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, so God bless you, God bless me, and I love you from the in-depth of my heart. I love you from the in-depth of my heart. So don't let me start getting emotion. Don't let me that. It doesn't make someone weak. It just shows that it's real. You will know. It just shows that you have something that is moving inside of you, as in blood. How do they? Like person said, we bleed the same way. We do this. That's why do people? You know, she's a white woman. You know, she was saying, why are people so just hate a race for? She said, when we bleed the same way. Eh? You know, she didn't like the way another Caucasian was saying something on Facebook. So, and I said I was so proud of her. She stood. She didn't care. She didn't care what they say about her. So, and I hold on to that thing she said. That we build. I've heard it many times before, but her saying it's like, wow, we bleed the same way. We're all the same. We are all the same. We are all the same. We go. So I love you all. God bless you all. Be kind. Be fair to yourself. Be fair. You are not in any race with anybody. You are not chasing anybody's destiny. Nobody. Just be on your own lane. Sometimes let it go. Let it go. Let those things go. Leave. Waka comot. Like they say, shift. Shift. God bless you all. Sweet dreams. Later, guys.